It's really pouring down outside, isn't it? I brought you a cozy blanket. I thought since we don't have electricity, we just got our candlelight now, we can just keep each other company while the storm passes outside. Here, you want to share the blanket? Okay. Let's get situated. Okay. Here, you can take most of it. There you go. All right. Also, I brought you some hot tea. I think that will make you feel a lot cozier and warmer during the storm. And don't worry, I'm going to be with you here all evening. You don't have to be scared of the weather, of the thunder. It's all going to pass, and everything's going to be okay. All right, let's get some hot tea going. I'm going to brew it for a moment. Let's see. Some calming lavender to relax you. Let's get doing there. And then I was thinking I could sprinkle a little mugwort in there in case you want to have some really cool dreams tonight. I even brought the special Mermaid measuring spoon for you. Okay. Let's let that simmer for a moment. And cool down just a little bit. It's piping hot right now. Okay. I can't believe airplanes are still flying in this weather. Hey, at least we're not up there, right? We're in our cozy, comfy cabin, all tucked away and safe from the storm, so nothing to worry about. Just a relaxing, quiet evening. And I think it's good that we're going to take a break from our phones. Can't charge them right now, so we'll just have to keep each other company and connect with some old school relaxation methods other than scrolling. I brought, let's see, what did I gather for us? I brought some oracle cards. I was trying to find playing cards, but I know I have a deck somewhere, but I couldn't find it. All I could find were my oracle decks and some tarot, and I was looking for a book to read you a story. And the only one I could find out there in the dark was this Russian fairy tale book. called Skoski, which means like little stories, little fairy tales. So we might try and give that a go. But your tea, I think your tea should be ready. I brought you my favorite Japanese teacup set. Just wanted to show you the intricate designs before I pour the hot tea in it. Look at I love the luminescence of it when the light hits it a certain way. It kind of has this flow of colors, this beautiful color flow. I think that's called luminescence. And then there's some beautiful bird and nature designs. This set is so weightless, almost. Okay. I love how thin the cups are. As you could see, I think they're peacocks, the birds. But you tell me. Okay. It's that perfect golden brown toasty color, and I think now it still might be a little hot, so be careful, but it should be pretty close to perfect at this point. Still be careful. Pour a little bit for myself too. It smells so good. How's yours? Still a little hot? Okay. You're right. Still just a little bit too warm. I'm gonna let it cool down like you are. Okay. So, the other book I grabbed was a book of mermaid poetry in English. This is another book I don't remember how long I've had. And I don't think I've ever read it or looked through it. Hi, Mittens. We might have a cat join us. A cat or two. Hey, psst, psst. Maybe not at the moment. We've got cats napping on either side of us, as you can hear them purring. Maybe we'll get one of them to come cozy up to us. Let's see. So, some of the poems are really short, only a few lines. This one's just a sentence. It says, I am magic. All the days I am a woman and I am magic. All the days I am not. Today, I love the way I look in my sundress, and it's not because someone else convinced me to. Okay, so a lot of these seem to be like affirmations. Most stories don't have a clear, defined message. They aren't supposed to. We must take the good with the bad, with the gray, and decide what we want to do with it all. I'm still alive, and therefore so is hope. The night may fall, but I will always remain. I'm my own sunset. The dawn may break, but I will always reign. I'm my own sunrise. This book is called The Mermaid's Voice Returns in This One by Amanda Lovelace. And then the back says, and she tore the stars apart. I love the texture of this book. How's your tea? Has it cooled down enough? Okay, let me give it a go. Cheers. Much better. So, are you feeling a little cozier in the storm? I know I am. You're such a great distraction. But are you comfortable? Do you need more pillows? Another blanket? Maybe a cat to curl up with you? Let's see if we can get one of the cats to come join us. Make space for her. Little cat. Cat purring for calm. I know, there's a big storm out there. We're all huddling for warmth in here. Hi, princess. Alright, let's go ahead and get curled up and fall asleep, sleep, okay? Alright, there we go. When's the rain gonna stop, do you know? Let's ask the mermaids, okay? Alright. Pretty princess. Mermaids, when will the storm pass? Sorry, princess. we had a card that fell, which means it fell right on Sonia. This is the card. Yeah. But you probably already knew that. The card is Free Spirit. Let's read a little bit about what the message is. Look at all the fish swimming around her tail. Do you like all the fish in there? Yeah. You a fan of the fish? Okay. Yeah, we gotta find this card. It's the Free Spirit card. Like you. Free Spirit like Sonia. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Page 60. Yes, it's page 60, Sonia. Okay. Alright. Today's message is express yourself and allow your spirit to feel free. Be aware of the confines and restrictions placed upon you by yourself and others. You have no restrictions, right? You do whatever you want, whenever you want. Like a little princess. Okay. This mermaid says, it's fun to feel free. This doesn't mean shirking your responsibilities, though. It's important and possible to find a balance between fulfilling your wild and free spirit while honoring your responsibilities, especially when others are involved or relying on you. Being a free spirit might kindle romantic thoughts of a nomadic lifestyle. Although this might not be practical for you, it's still worth considering ways you can express this desire. For example, by taking a backpacking holiday or similar. Do you feel free? Your work or home life might bring feelings of restriction. You're falling asleep, okay? If this is true, try taking a look at how you can change things. Talking with loved ones about how you're feeling can be helpful. You could find they offer to help with the chores and your domestic responsibilities. Are you going to offer to help with chores? Yeah? Okay. Honor your free spirit, for this is who you really are. You look really cozy and comfy. I almost forgot that it was raining for a second. But honestly, it's slowed down and it's starting to sound really soothing and hypnotic, don't you think? I'm starting to really like the sounds of the storm. I hope you are too. Because we are in the best place to be. In our cozy, warm cabin, tucked away from the world. And I know it's hard not to be able to scroll on your phone, but this is such a good break for us. This is like time traveling back to the 90s or early 2000s, or even before that. We can pretend we're in any time. We could be in the 70s right now. I always fantasize about that. But it really feels like we're in a time before the social media addiction. It's like our brain can take a little sigh of relief, a little break from the scroll. It's nice. And a break from the outside world. It's just us falling asleep, getting cozy, hearing the purrs and the gentle rain. It's not so bad, is it? Sometimes when you don't understand a language, it can actually relax you more because you're not thinking about the words. So let's try a couple sentences and see if that will help you fall asleep even faster. Настасье Степановой до вдовы шкатулка малахитовая осталась. Шкатулка means one of these. It's these really pretty hand-painted jewelry boxes. Usually it's used for jewelry, but you could put all kinds of little treasures in there. A lot of times the inside has this beautiful lacquered red paint. And then the outside has these detailed scenes. Isn't that cool? A lot of times they'll tell some kind of story, like a tableau in a theater where it's an image of that kind of tells a story in one frame. Looks like there's a gentleman with a horse. He looks kind of official, meeting this village woman and her dog in this quaint little town. Super cute. Alright. Let's see if I can get through a couple sentences. So, кольца там, серьги и прочка по женскому обряду. Сама хозяйка Медной горы. That's her. Хозяйка Медной горы. So the goddess or the empress of the Copper Mountain. She is in charge of all kinds of treasures and jewels, not just copper, but all kinds of valuable things. Сама хозяйка Медной горы одарила Степана этой шкатулкой, как он еще жениться собирался. Настасья в сиротстве росла, не привыкла к какому-то богатству. Да и не шибко любительница была моду выводить. С первых годов, как жили со Степаном, надевала, конечно, из этой шкатулки. Только не к душе ей пришлось. Наденет кольцо, ровно как раз в пору. Не жмет, не скатывается, а пойдет в церкву или в гости куда замаяться. Как закованный палец в конце нали посинеет. Серьги нависит, хуже того. Уши так оттянет, что мочки распухнут. А на руку взять не тяжелее тех, какие Настасья всегда носила. Бузки в 6 или 7 рядов, только раз и примерила. Как лед кругом шеи-то, и не согревают нисколько. На люди ни бузки во все не показывала. Ишь скажут, какая царица в полевой выискалась. Степан тоже не вынуждал жену носить из этой шкатулки. Раз даже как-то сказал: убери-ка ты куда от греха подальше. Настасья поставила шкатулку в самый нижний сундук, где холсты и прочь-то про запас держать. This is a really cool story. So, if you're interested, what they're talking about is this little girl, Nastasia, kind of similar to my name. Not quite, but very close. She grew up an orphan, and she had this gift of this shkatulka, which is a little magical jewelry box. But when she was younger, she was uncomfortable with the beautiful things inside it. She lived in this little village, and people made fun of her, or she was afraid they would, that she would try to dress up like a baroness. So this will be an interesting story to explore. It goes on for quite a bit, quite a few pages, so we'll get to it another time, but this picture here, I think it indicates that when she grows up, she finally becomes the Baroness, and she wears the things. I mean, I'm guessing, I haven't read the story, but based on the photo, it seems like she comes to terms with her special gifts and decides to claim them and wear them after all. I'm gonna have to explore that story more another time. Oh, you look like you're falling asleep already. I'm happy to see it. Yeah, I think we should turn in for the night. And when we wake up in the morning, the storm will have passed, the skies will be clear, and the sunshine will be back out again to warm us. We can go out and explore the nature around the cabin. So, if you want, I'll do a little countdown for you. As you're closing your eyes, some gentle hand movements to lull you to sleep, counting down from 10, 10, feeling zen, 9, 9, feeling divine, 8, 8, you are in a calming state, 7, 7, floating in a heaven, 6, 6, a quiet, calming fix, 5, 5, feeling loved and alive, 4, 4, a cozy, warm cabin door, 3, 3, feeling light and free, 2, 2, I love you, and 1, 1, your dream has begun. Close your eyes, dear, and I'm gonna sit with you while you fall asleep, finish my tea, and start to drift off too. But I'm right here. Everything's gonna be okay. You are safe, safe, protected, warm and cozy. And it's okay to fall asleep, sleep, sleep. I'm gonna sit right beside you. It reminds me of childhood when, if I was scared, I know you're not a child, but sometimes those childhood memories are so cozy, like when you're scared of the storm and you just want someone to sit next to you as you fall asleep. I'm glad we can be that for each other. Okay. Sweet dreams. I hope that the goddess of the Copper Mountain visits you in your sleep and brings you treasures